What's up, everybody? Z155 here, and today I am back with some more Pokemon Black 2 Monotype Dark walkthrough. We're gonna be entering Virbank City here, and we're gonna be getting some stuff done. We're gonna be exploring the city and all it has to offer. It's gonna be great. Right here, as you enter, she gives you some great balls, so it's really cool. She gives you 2 of them, which is real nice. For some free Great Balls. They are 1.5 times the effectiveness of normal Pokeballs, which is real cool. So we're going to walk in, get a call on our cross transceiver. It's our mom. Yep, we're already at Virbank City, so we are going to go to the complex just like she's asking us to, which is cool. So we're also going to meet the gym leader right now, and her dad. And her dad wants to be a movie star, which is really cool. And Roxy's like, dude, you're already a gym leader, or excuse me, you're already a ship captain, so you don't need to be a freaking movie star. But he just wants to be like her since she's a gym leader and she's also a rock band leader. So we're gonna have to deal with that eventually. Yeah, she is definitely angry. She's like, dude, you're like the only person who can take people from here to Castelia City. Like, why are you being so freaking selfish, you know? So we're going to have to fix their family strife after fighting her at the gym. But first things first, going to head to the Pokemon Center and heal up. I'm going to buy a few items. So we're just going to be exploring the city real fast, grabbing all the items, and then heading down to that said Virbank Complex that our mom mentioned. It's a really great place for you to train before this gym because there's quite the level spike, I'll be honest. Like, because obviously we just came off of the first gym, it is going to be rough. So we are going to buy a handful of super potions. They restore 50 HP instead of 20, so that's going to be nice. And we're also going to buy a few repels. I'm not going to be using these for a while because I want to show off the wild Pokemon, but those are always nice to have on hand, so just going to move right along. I also would like to buy X items pretty soon, but I don't actually remember when they become available. But yeah, this guy is going to be taking us to Pokestar Studios, and we'll go after we beat the gym. So just explore around town. If you go up here, you can grab a Poketoy, which is real nice. And that's pretty much everything this house has to offer. If you want to talk to the people, you can. Other than that, if you head, or excuse me, there's a garbage can somewhere in the city. I thought it was down there. Is it this one? No, there's a garbage can that has an antidote in it around here somewhere. Is it this one? Yeah, it is. So there's an antidote right there if you go there. I believe this is a daycare of some kind. And I believe there's an item that you can get in here. At least I thought there was. Yeah, right here. This lady gives you a burn heal, which is real cool. Nice to have. So, you know, always just good to just run around the city looking for some items to start things off. And then obviously I know you can see this item up there, but unfortunately until we get the HM Surf, we're not going to be able to obtain that one, so it's going to be staring at you for a while. But if you are just so curious that you just absolutely cannot wait, that is actually a rare candy, so that's nice to know. So that's pretty much everything that the city has to offer, honestly, other than the gym. We will obviously be heading there shortly, but the big thing to remember is that this is going to be rough, because not only am I also not strong enough to take on that gym right now, because Purloin is obviously way too low of a level, but that gym is also going to be hard because it has a bunch of Pokemon that we haven't seen before. It has a bunch of poison types, and poison type are only weak to ground and psychic, and due to the fact that we don't have any of those, it's going to make things a lot more difficult. So wait, how do I get to that? I knew there was one other item, and I don't remember how I accessed that one. I don't remember if you need Surf for that one. Well, we'll just have to deal with that another time. But moving right along, this is the Virbank Complex I was talking about, and there are going to be a bunch of wild Pokemon for us to encounter here. Now, in the outskirts, there's a few Pokemon that you can catch that you couldn't catch, excuse me. There's a few Pokemon inside of the main Virbank Complex that you can not catch in the front. this guy right here will trade Pokeballs in exchange for Great Balls. So if you want to, you can just stand here trading your Pokeballs for Great Balls. It's a really, really good deal because, as I mentioned, Great Balls are strictly better Pokeballs. Oh yeah, this is how you get this item. Yeah, there we go. So I'm gonna grab this. It's a Silk Scarf. This is gonna be really, really nice, actually. I'm not gonna put it on my Purloin because I want my Purloin to take advantage of its Unburden ability. But Silk Scarf is an item that you're definitely gonna want in the early game because it boosts the power of normal type moves. And obviously, since a lot of basic moves that you have access to in the early game are normal type, especially with that return TM that you got from Bianca, it actually means that you have quite the boosted power. Now, in terms of items in this, that's pretty much all you can get in the front area. But you do, like I said, have access to a bunch of new wild Pokemon that I will be talking about right now. So first off, you have a Cut Tree right here. Once we get the HM for Cut after beating the gym, you can come over here and I will be returning. But the Pokemon that are available in this area are a bunch of brand new Pokemon that are super, super, super good for adding to your team. I heavily recommend you add them. This guy is going to ask you to get his workers fired up, so it just means that you get to battle them, which is really cool. Obviously, battling them is going to be nice considering you want experience. But the new Pokemon available in this area are the first one being Magnemite. Now, Magnemite is a fantastic electric and steel type Pokemon. It evolves pretty early, and you can evolve it all the way into its fully evolved form right after the 5th gym. So you actually get it pretty early. It has fantastic stats. Special attack, defensive stats are great. It has workable speed, so it's definitely a solid Pokemon, as well as since steel types are just so powerful defensively. The only thing you really have to worry about with Magnezone are fire types and ground types, which is really, really fantastic that you don't really have to worry about much. Fighting types do. So I highly recommend it. The only real weakness of Magnezone and Magnemite is that you're going to be working with some pretty weak moves for the majority of the game. You're going to be stuck with like Thunder Shock, just due to just not having access to electric type moves that are more powerful, which is rough, definitely. But it is worth using just because of its fantastic stats and due to its power. You can see it right here. So I really do recommend Magnemite. I give it an A. It's one of the best Pokemon you can have in the game. It just scales so well and has great defensive utility. The next Pokemon that you can catch in this area, but only in White 2, is going to be Elekid. Elekid is another electric type, and this one is actually one that I recommend almost equally as much, just a little bit less. I'll be talking about you next, Magby. Elekid is an electric type that evolves pretty late and requires a specific trade item to get, and you get that very late into the game. But it doesn't change the fact that it has huge amounts of power. With its huge attack stat, you can find a Great Ball in this patch of grass right here, by the way. With its huge attack stat and access to decent speed, good abilities, and immunity to electric, if you have either Motor Drive or Lightning Rod, it allows you overall to get some really, really nice utility out of Elekid. The main thing that's holding Elekid back in comparison to other electric types is that it's not Magnemite, right? It doesn't have the same defensive utility. It doesn't have the same offensive utility. I'll be talking about you after I talk about Magby. So it makes it just slightly worse, and that's really the biggest thing that makes this Pokemon like not as attractive, is that Elekid just isn't Magnemite. So I do heavily recommend it, but just a little bit less due to the lack of having Steel type, really holding it back. If you chase this guy down throughout Virbank Complex, he actually ends up giving you an item. So talk to him there first, and then eventually you can catch up to him and talk to him again. Find a tiny mushroom up in this corner, and he'll give you an item. So we're going to be doing that. But yeah, so I give Elekid an A-. It's solid, definitely solid, but it's just not Magnemite, right? So if you're going to use an electric type, I recommend Magnemite more. But it's definitely good. The next Pokemon we're going to be talking about is this little bugger right here, Magby. This is a fire type, which is the first fire type that we can see other than Tepig. A fantastic Pokemon, honestly. I heavily recommend this one. It's got decent speed, but great special attack. It has the same problems as Elekid, that it evolves late and requires a specific trade item in order to get fully evolved. but it's still super solid, right? And the big thing, like the biggest draw to this Pokemon more than anything else, is its fantastic move pool. Once it's fully evolved into Magmortar, it has access to Psychic type moves, it has access to Electric type moves, it has access to Grass type moves, it has access to Fire type moves, right? This Pokemon is fantastic. It just does everything, and because of its huge special attack stat, you don't even have to worry about anything, right? Like, you do damage regardless of whether or not you have stab. So, you know, this Pokemon is fantastic. I heavily recommend it. I also give it an A. The only thing that's holding it back is that it's not the fastest Pokemon in the world, and it is pretty squishy, as well as it takes a long time to evolve. But looking past all those flaws, you definitely have a solid Pokemon in Magby. So the next Pokemon I'm going to be talking about is Growlithe. Growlithe is another fire type that you have access to now. Growlithe is another solid one. The big thing that makes Growlithe, in my opinion, a little bit less good than Magby is that although you get access to its evolution much earlier with because all you need is a Firestone in order to evolve Growlithe into Arcanine, its move pool is much more shallow. It has great speed, great attack. It's also got great bulk. Arcanine is a fantastic Pokemon, do not get me wrong. We're learning our first Dark type move here, by the way, which I'm totally gonna learn. We really badly need this. I'm gonna get rid of Fury Swipe since we now have Return. So we finally have a same type attack bonus move, which is really, really nice. So I'm probably going to be switching to using that mostly instead of Return, I think. Also going to heal up really fast with the potion. But yeah, Magby is really the biggest thing that holds Growlithe back from being good, is that Magby just has a better move pool and is also a pure fire type. The only thing is that obviously Magby is only available in Black 2, so that's the big thing. Yeah, so this guy, if you finally track him down for the final time, he'll give you an Ether, which is really, really nice, and then he just marches on off. But yeah, Growlithe is its biggest defense is that even though it's hugely bulky, and it has great attacking stats, great speed, it just doesn't have the move pool, nor does it have the late game power of Magmortar. So I definitely recommend it, but it's not nearly as good. So I'm gonna give it a B+. The last Pokemon that you can encounter in this area, which is the last one we need for our habitat list, by the way, because I just talked to her. She wants you to complete your habitat list so that and then come talk to her and she'll give you an item. But because I do not obviously have my habitat list finished yet, I'm just going to have to jump up on these panels and look around, battle some more trainers, so that I can end up completing my habitat list. But the last Pokemon that we have not encountered yet but is available in this area is Koffing. Now, Koffing is a poison type. You're going to be seeing a lot of it in the gym, so this is a good time for you to build up experience fighting it. I'm also going to see if I can compare my damage on Return and Pursuit here to see which one's better to use. But if Return kills, then I'd say that they're approximately equal in power. But if Pursuit doesn't kill, then we can solidly say that Return is more powerful. But yeah, Koffing is a poison type. It learns a decent number of different moves. Oh my god, which is pretty nice. Lots of great special moves, which definitely increases its power, as you can clearly see. Here's Koffing. So it's definitely a solid Pokemon, but the biggest issue that's holding it back is that it being a pure poison type, it doesn't have great offensive prowess, and it doesn't have great ability to check things defensively due to being weak to a really common type in Psychic. The nice thing about Koffing, though, is that it actually has access to the ability Levitate, from what I understand, which means that it's not actually weak to ground, which makes it way stronger, but it doesn't really overshadow the fact that it is just a poison type, which really does hold Koffing back. But it's definitely a solid one. It's got great physical defense and great move pool that it learns later. So if you want to use it, I can definitely see using it. But it's definitely just below the curve simply due to the fact that it is just a poison type. So I'll give it a C. But this is a big, big find that we just got. TM46 Thief. That is actually a physical dark type move that I'm actually going to teach to my Purloin. Actually, wait, this is 40 power in this generation? Oh no, they didn't buff Thief yet. Thief in later generations is 60 power. They didn't buff it. Oh, I was about to say upgrade on Pursuit, but it's actually just a strict downgrade, because Pursuit at least does double damage if the opponent is switching out. What an absolute shame. Well, I'm just going to jump in here. If this is a Audino, then I'm going to fight it. Cool. But yeah, that is an absolute shame, man, that that Thief doesn't get buffed in this generation. But Thief is a physical dark type move, and if your opponent is holding an item and you are not, then your Pokemon will actually steal it, which is pretty cool. But overall, its utility is pretty useless. You're not really going to get a lot of opportunities to take advantage of it. I would have gotten it there, but that really just makes it significantly weaker, especially than Pursuit, which is why I'm just going to keep Pursuit instead of it. But yeah, definitely. What I was talking about with Koffing is that the big thing is that even though it's got great physical defense and it's got decent move pool, it's just a poison type, which is it's the biggest thing that's holding it back. Like, it doesn't do anything particularly abhorrently. It's just because it's only got workable stats and it's just a poison type, it makes it significantly worse than a lot of other Pokemon. So we're going to run back to the Pokemon Center to heal because I don't want to use any more potions. We're running low on PP on return, so it's better to be safe than sorry. And then whenever you go back down there, we should have the habitat list completed, and we should also be able to finish fighting the workers so that we can get the our item from the foreman that we talked to at the beginning. So that's going to be cool. But yeah, this is definitely, in addition to Flockasy Ranch, this especially is the area for encountering new wild Pokemon and adding them to your team, because they are so powerful. What do you mean I don't have the habitat list filled up yet? Oh, I haven't fought an Elekid yet. Okay, yeah, I need to battle these workers because one of them has an Elekid from what I remember. And then we will be able to complete the habitat list. But yeah, I definitely recommend it. In White 2, having access to Elekid, really solid. But definitely in Black 2, especially also if you didn't pick Tepig, I heavily recommend using Magby because it's a solid fire type. Wow, just one-shot that guy. It's a solid fire type that I heavily recommend to anyone who wants to use it. And then obviously Magnemite being a great electric and steel type. You know, the defensive capabilities of it are just fantastic because steel just resists everything, dude. It resists normal, it resists rock, it resists oh my god, jeez, dark, it resists ghosts, it resists psychic in this generation, it resists grass, it resists bug, it resists ice, it resists everything, dude. Ridiculous. It's immune to poison. Unfortunately, oh, I just jumped off by accident. Yeah, on these girders, you can actually accidentally jump off. That really sucks, though, because it means I have to walk all the way back through here. I have to be careful. Also, my Purloin is unfortunately paralyzed, which is going to make things a lot harder. I guess I'll just heal it up really fast. I'm not really going to lose much by just giving it a paralyzed heal here. Making my life a lot easier. Battle this kid real fast. Yeah, he wants to impress Roxy. I respect that. She's pretty cool. But yeah, we're really just trying to grind out for our Purloin because not only do we want to level up so that we can take on the gym, we're actually getting scarily close to evolving. Because of the fact that, like I mentioned before, Purloin as well as Patrat that we're fighting right now evolve at level 20, which means I'm only 4 levels away from getting a really, really big power spike, a much needed power spike, honestly, that will allow our Purloin to really shoot up in power and actually become a little bit of a threat, because currently our Purloin is not the strongest Pokemon in the world, but we're rolling with it. So beat this kid, him and his biting Patrat. And now we're just going to battle this guy. And this should be the last worker that we have to battle. And then since we also saw the Elekid from the other worker, we can go talk to the lady down bottom, and she'll give us our item for completing the habitat list. Then we can talk to the foreman, get that item, and then we will officially be done with this area, which is fantastic. Now, I am afraid of this Riolu. I don't actually remember when Riolu learns Force Palm. Oh god! Oh god! Oh god! Oh god! Oh no! Oh! Oh! I just got destroyed. That's not good. Here I am just cruising. Yeah, I'm just gonna grab some items. Gonna look to end the video. You know, completed all of Virbank Complex. You know, saw everything the city had to offer. You know, yeah, we're just gonna cruise. And this guy comes out, counters me, and I die in one hit, bro. I'm actually I'm tilted. I'm tilted. I am tilted. I am upset. I'm upset. Hopefully there's an auto in here, because apparently I need to be able to one-shot this Riolu, or else I just lose the game. Bro. Bro. I'm actually triggered. I just get countered, bro. So first death for our poor kitty to a Riolu who just counters me. Well, I'll be honest, that's not going to be the first death. That's not going to be the only death, excuse me, to a fighting type this freaking run, because we are going to have some trouble with fighting types. There's about 1 billion fighting types that we're going to be finding in this generation, and they are not going to have mercy on my poor dark types. Also, just crit me in the face. Oh no, that's fine. It's really cool. It'd be nice if you could like heal pulse me or something. No, just keep helping handing nothing. It's really cool. So we're gonna finish off this Autono with this return, and gonna get some experience, some solid experience, because it's an Autono. I'm actually still just triggered. Like, I actually just freaking died. Come on, bro. Alright, gonna heal up really fast, because apparently I need to be at full health for this stupid Riolu. I did not want that to happen, man. Like, I was hoping I wouldn't have to just like lose battles here at the start with this Purloin, because that's the thing about Purloin, is that Purloin really does not have the greatest stats. Like, it's kind of a weak Pokemon, especially in the especially just due to the fact that it's just a dark type and it doesn't have access to the strongest of moves. So I was really hoping I wouldn't have trouble in the early game with this thing before we get our other dark types to really like support it. Because like when you only have one Pokemon, things like this just absolutely are just a crippling force. So I was really hoping I wouldn't have to worry about this. Okay, he's just gonna click quick attack. That makes my life so much easier, because that means I'm guaranteed to kill him. But like, what the heck, dude? Countering Riolu, bro. I just die to that. Like, and that's not even because of Purloin. Like, I already knew I was gonna struggle, and instead I just get freaking wrecked by something that I don't even have control over. Well, apparently PSA to everybody playing this game, be careful, because apparently this guy can just kill your Mons with just counter. Gosh, I am actually salty. I'm actually salty! But that's okay. That's okay. So getting some experience. Beating this stupid guy who just counters my freaking Purloin. Now, I should have the habitat list finished for this lady. What? Alright, let's check the friggin' habitat list. I swear I have it filled. How do I frickin'... How do I frickin'... God damn it. This is gonna be rough. That's not how you do that. Alright, excuse me, just for 1 second. We're gonna see if we can, habitat list. Check Virbank Complex. What am I missing? I saw an Elekid. Why is there no Elekid here? How have I not encountered all the Pokemon? Okay. This is actually just whack. My mind is blown. At least I've freaking fought all these guys, so I get TM94 Rock Smash. It's a physical fighting type move, which is pretty nice. It has a really high chance of lowering the opponent's defense, so that's pretty cool. In previous games, that was actually an HM. You used to have to use it to break rocks in the field, but fortunately in this game, you don't have to worry about that. It's not an HM in this game, but like, I'm actually legitimately confused, because I fought a dude who had an Elekid. So I don't understand how I haven't, like, I've seen Elekid, right? Oh god. Oh god, how do I freaking... Okay. Like, I definitely have seen Elekid. It's in my freaking Pokedex. Why? I know that it's not available in this game. That's the only other Pokemon I haven't seen for the habitat list. Oh, I haven't seen Pidove. I haven't encountered a single Pidove before. That's it. That's what it is. I have to find a Pidove. Gosh, I was so confused, bro. I'm actually triggered. This recording is literally giving me an aneurysm. Not only did I just have horrible RNG with that dude just countering me and killing me, but I just have no clue what's going on. I had to look that up. I literally had to Alt-Tab and freaking find out why I just didn't have the habitat. There, boom, Pidove. All I needed. Gosh. I even gave you a bio the other episode. Like, I know you exist. I just guess I've never fought you before. But that should officially be it. That should be the habitat list. Yes, there we go. And boom, you get 5 great balls for completing the habitat list in this area. So, boom. There, I showed it off. Now nobody can yell at me. So, oh, where's this freaking wrestling grass? I want to fight another Audino. Oh, there it is. I'm not going to get it because I encountered a Pokemon. Hello there, Koffing. Yeah, I'd like to level up one more time before fighting the gym because we're gonna have some rough battles coming up in the next episode. But yeah, I think I'll just call it there since the wrestling grass went away. Yeah, so next episode we're gonna fight the gym. It's the only thing that we got left to do here in Virbank City before we move right along. So I'm gonna heal up in the Pokemon Center. We're gonna head to the gym. And then we're going to leave it there. So thank everyone so much for watching another episode. Sorry about the salt this episode. I just randomly just had a dose of salt. Some sodium chloride. It's dripping through my veins. I also accidentally talked to you again. Yeah, really messing with me. But, so we talked about the new Pokemon. We visited Virbank City. We visited Virbank Complex. We grabbed all the items. We fought all the trainers. We lost to a freaking Riolu countering me. And we got some nice TMs. Our Purloin finally learned a stab move. Unfortunately, it's not as powerful as I would have wanted because Thief in this generation is 40 power. I could have sworn it was 60, but unfortunately it is not. So we're not going to have that same consistent power that we wanted. But we're going to keep on rolling with Return. Yeah, and here's Rock Smash. Can you actually learn Rock Smash? I don't think you can. No, you can't. So that's going to be it for today. Thank everyone so much for watching. I've been Z155, and I will see you guys next time. Peace.